Today, I'm felting a sea turtle. Some assembly required. Hello and welcome back. This week, I've been inspired by Mr. Beast and Mark Rober and a whole bunch of other YouTubers who are supporting TEAMSEAS. If you missed it, it's a fundraising program where basically every dollar that is raised is helping to remove 1 pound of trash from the oceans, which is a lot of trash. Sounds like a good deal to me. So I'm donating, and I will put the link down into the description box so that you can donate as well. I, of course, am just a teeny tiny little YouTuber, but I feel like every tiny little bit counts to removing a whole bunch more trash out of the ocean, where really it does not need to be. Nah. So, continuing the ocean theme today, I will be needle felting a little sea turtle. So let's do it. I'll start with my needle and my little foam pad, and like usual, I will roll some mill waste into the basic structure, in this case, a turtle shell, and felt it till it holds its shape. Poke, 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 poke. If you're new to needle felting, you might want to rush this step, but I recommend taking your time and making sure you stab the heck out of it. It just makes the rest of the process a whole lot easier if you have a good, stable base. If it's super smushy when I poke it, I know there's more to go. Yep, that's getting there. Whoops! Don't forget the edges. There we are. It's a little flat on the bottom, but I can build that up a little bit later. I'll take a break from this shell and move on to the head. I'm going to make the structure of the head out of a little twisted bit of wool, so I will just felt around sort of the neck to make it stronger. And I'll poke the end to help it be nice and round. Perfect! I will leave the end fluffy so it's easier to attach later. It looks like a pretty good size and shape. So let me pick some colors for his skin and shell and everything else. I think this greenish blue will be a good color for his skin. I picked a dark green and a dark brown for the top of his shell, and a lighter green for the bottom shell. Starting with the skin color, I will just layer it bit by bit on top of his head. I like to use thin layers so it is less lumpy. It takes a little bit longer, but it doesn't require quite so much smoothing and repair at the end. Let's test it out with the body. Great! Now, how about some flippers? I am making each pair at the same time, so they're more likely to be the same size. Oopsie! Don't forget he needs a tail. Now, the flippers are roughly shaped, but they're still pretty fuzzy and floppy. I will neaten up the edges by holding each piece in my super high-tech cardboard squishers and just poking away along the sides. You can curve the edge with these guys too, which is super handy. Then, don't forget to pay attention to the flat top and bottom of the flippers so they get tightened up and smoothed out too. Yay! 1 flipper down. Now I'll do all the same steps with the matching one. Pretty close. If you line them up, you can adjust the bits that don't quite match. Not that it has to be perfect, but we might as well try to get close. Now for the back flippers. Wow, that was practically magical. Before I attach the limbs, I'll add the base color to the shell. First, I will lightly attach some layers of dark green. And then I will poke and poke and poke for a good long time until it's tight and smooth. Poking, poking, poking. It looks great on the top, but it's looking a little hollow underneath. I guess it's time to take care of that. I'll just add another layer of that mill waste and felt until it's solid. There we go! Not exactly chubby, but it's better. Now it's time to attach all his body parts. So I'm going to tack everything down, make sure it's in the right place, and then felt it so it's secure. Then I'm going to add more of that green at both ends of his body, where the shell doesn't really cover. I love it so much. All right, let's do his tummy shell next. Oh, very nice. He's looking pretty good. I guess the next step should be adding the markings on his shell. There are a few different ways to do this. First, I can make a flat little hexagon shape and then add it to his shell. Or I can make a hexagon shape right onto his shell and fill it in. Neither of those shapes are super crisp, so next I'll try drawing the hexagon onto the shell with sort of a poked line and then filling that in with the brown. That definitely seems to make the crispest shape. So I guess I'll use my needle drawing method to plan out the rest of his shell design and then fill it in. Ta-da! He looks so good. I am impressed with the shell. I like that technique for making sharp lines. Now I think the flippers need a little decoration, so I'll use this skinny green roving to make some little dot patterns. I don't want to do anything too complicated and busy, but just a little something to break up that big expanse of flipper. And maybe continue it a little bit onto his head. I want to try giving him these big, cute eyes I made out of polymer clay. They're basically just clay eyes baked onto some stiff wire. I'll link the tutorial in the description. Now I'll just poke a hole with my little awl and stick the eye in. You can also add a little bit of glue to the wire to help it stay. I will be adding eyelids in a minute, so that will help too. For the eyelids, I will need 4 semicircles for top and bottom. I'm smoothing out the flat edge and trying to defuzz the side that will be showing. And now I'm going to attach the eyelids to his face. First I tack down the inside and outside corners, and then gently felt around the eye, mostly focusing on the edges. Each eyelid goes on the same way, and then I will blend the edges into his head. Hello! He's looking good, but he needs a mouth. I am going to tighten the bottom edge of this leftover green bit. And then felt it to the front of his face to make a mouth with a kind of a beaky overbite. After it's attached, I'm adding a little dark gray as extra emphasis. Ha! Cute. Swim away, little guy. He is looking extremely cute, but let me give him a quick haircut to tackle the fuzzies. Turtles don't usually have long hairs sticking out everywhere. Very nice. I think he might need little nostrils. Here he is! He is cute! And he wants you to go check out TEAMSEAS. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making him, and I'm really happy with how the shell came out. I'm a little bit surprised, don't tell. If you did enjoy yourself, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. If you like this kind of video and you're not subscribed yet, you can do that right underneath here and click the all notification bell so you don't miss anything. New videos come out on Saturdays. So until the next one, be awesome, save the oceans, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye! Bye!